It's all very well to have a machine to thresh your wheat and barley clean, to thresh it and whip it all fit for sale and take it to market brisk and well, singing rumble-dum dairy, flare up Mary, make her old table shine.
The old family have lived in Saddlescombe for years and years and years. I was born here in 1925 and started work when I was 14 for Mr. Williams, his father. Of course, in those days there was sheep and everything was done with horses and all the old-fashioned machinery, threshing machines, and you have it, you name it, they had it.
What was your first job that you remember on the farm?
My first job was bond cutting on the thrasher.
Was that a good job? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it wasn't a bad job. It was a bit dusty and a bit smelly where the mice and rats and that had been, but...
So what did that job actually involve?
You used to have a bloke on the stack putting the sheaves onto the threshing drum. And I used to have to pick them up. You used to pick them up on your knife and throw them over into the feeder. Yeah, he was a chap who used to sit on the edge of the concave and used to just open the sheaves out and let them go down in.
Was it dangerous, that?
You had to mind where you were stepping because there was this... top of this drum was all open, and then you see this machine flying around the side of it. And the first day I got on the drum with him, he said, "Don't put your foot in there, young'un," he said, "because I won't be able to pull you out." That made you a bit scared, you know. You were standing there and you see this bloody thing flying around the side of you, like the clappers. My father, he was shepherd here for several years, but he unfortunately died early. He was only 49 when he died. Then my brother, he took over till 1942. The military took the ground over for farming practice in 1942. Sold all the other animals here on the 8th of May. But the sheep they went to Eastbourne about a fortnight earlier. And they only had just a few cows. And I think it was about 4 horses that was left in 1942.
And they had some horses. What did they use the horses for?
Ploughing, harvesting, binding, reaping, mowing. Everything was done by a horse.
And they all went at the same time at the start of the war, Second World War, was it?
They went in 1942, same as... And after that, they sort of got a little bit mechanised when the war finished and the military handed the ground back. Had their first tractor. And
what was that like as an experience compared to the horses then?
Well, they couldn't get into a lot of the places where horses could get, on the hills and that. The horses, they used to borrow ploughs on side hill and go over there with the wagons and that, but the tractors couldn't get them there.
Do you remember who else was working on the farm? There was the carters and the...
cowmen and general farm labourers. When I first started, there used to be 10 milking in the morning, hand milking.
Is that just one milking in the morning?
Well, then there used to be about 7 of us in the afternoon do it, but there used to be 10 in the morning. Cowmen and sons and all that sort of thing. There was never just a single person advertised for it. There's always, but everybody that worked on the place had either 2 or 3 sons working there. I mean, so when you went thrashing or anything, there was about, had to be 9 or 10 chaps there with it. 2 on the stack putting it onto the threshing machine, 2 on the straw stack, bloke taking the corn off, one of the carters taking the corn to the granary, going fetching water for the steam engine, coal.
Do you remember, did they actually have the steam engine out on the fields, did they?
Yeah,
They were still using one of the big old wooden threshing machines,
yeah. Well, I suppose it was about 70s, in the late 70s, they had a combine. But they started with the combine. There was a bloke at Pangding, Jesse. He had the first one round about here, and everybody said, "Oh, our sons might have it, but we won't." But the next year, everybody had them. Everybody had these combines.
And with his long whip and a shout of all right, he drives 'em round till 5 at night, singing rumble-dum dairy, flare up Mary, and make her old table shine.